Hi everyone, it's Denise Reed and welcome back to my channel Bramble Reed. I wanted to say Happy New Year to everyone. It is nice to see you here and we thank God that we have made it to 2022. So this week I wanted to show you how to use mineral oil on a wooden furniture, refinish a dining room table, and then also oil a wooden table. So I have a beautiful table that about 3 years ago I started refinishing. I took off the varnish off of it, but I did end up leaving it because of COVID. And so now I need to fix that table up because the wood has dried out. So what I've done over the past 2 months, I have started refinishing it. Now I did use mineral oil because it's a non-toxic wood finish that you're able to use. Now you do have to take care of it. It's not a varnish where you're able to put water on it. You have to actually take a little bit more care with this kind of product. But I wanted to show you guys how I did it, so come along and let me show you. For the best creative DIY and fashion content, subscribe to my channel by hitting the bell to be notified when I upload a post every Tuesday. I have a Facebook page that is dedicated to DIY crafts and fashion that you're able to join. Now it's your turn. So this week we're going to be oiling wood table, which is mineral oil on wood furniture. And I chose mineral oil because I read up on it, it's good. This is a natural piece. I actually did refinish it. I took off, I think it was a layer of varnish that they had on top of it, and I did remove it. And now I'm left with this table, which is dried out. This portion is dried out. I think it's been, see with COVID, I did it before COVID, so maybe about 3 years, because COVID's now 2. So it's 3 years, so it's dried out a little bit, and I wanted to show you what it looks like when it's hydrated with the mineral oil. So this is a beautiful shine that you have. This is the middle piece of the table, and then it has 2 off pieces, so you can fit around 12 people comfortably and 18 people when you have people at the corner. This video is only on oiling the table. I'm not going to be sanding it down because I'd take it outside to sand it, but I want to show you guys how I'm going to do it. This is what I use, which is mineral oil, and it is a food grade mineral oil because at the back it does give you some warnings not to consume if you have problems swallowing, and then about children, so it should be a food grade mineral oil. Now some of the tips with using mineral oil or anything that has a seal in it, I don't break my seal fully. You can see it has a little jagged, and that's just so it doesn't squirt all out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start my mineral oil and just kind of go with a line, and I'm going to apply it with the grain. And so you want to start at the top and then just keep going over. Now for this specific table, because I know it's really dry, I'm doing a heavy coat first. And then I'm going to leave it on there. I'm going to keep coming back and just applying more mineral oil as it dries. Now for around the edge, just put it on and just also follow your grain, okay? So I just did my sections 2 times. And I am putting a liberal amount of mineral oil on here. And the reason why I'm doing that is because it's really dry. When I did the other portions of it, it sucked up the mineral oil so quickly, and then I went back a couple of times. I've been treating my table for the last couple of months, and I just left the oil on top of the table to saturate the wood. So this is the rest of the table. You can really see the difference. This side I started a month ago, and this has 3 coats of the mineral oil. 1, 2, 3, sorry, 4. And then I just recovered it again with mineral oil. Comment down below and let me know what piece of wooden furniture is in your home that needs a little bit of extra care, because this is a simple alternative for you to do. And just making sure that you're taking care of your wooden furniture, especially if it doesn't have any heavy varnish on top of it. Just make sure you're constantly like renewing it. This should be done every 6 months, and just put a little bit of mineral oil on it if mineral oil is the finish that you want. Make sure that when anything is wet, that people are using coasters. If it gets wet, you wipe up your spill and you use placemats. Just take care of your table, and make sure the people that are eating around the table are also taking care of your table too. This is almost 15 minutes later. May be hard, but you see the tables that I've already saturated with oil. The oil is sitting on top, where the ones that was really dry, which was this one, the oil's already soaked in. So when you do this, it's not like saturated, it's just because it's been oily. Can you see that? If you're going to be oiling your table, and especially oiling it with mineral oil, just check it. Don't just put one coat on and leave it. It may need a little bit more coats, because I know that this one was really dry, so it's sucking up the oil. And I will do this for about a couple of weeks and leave it over a month to see what's going on. Now guys, I was going to show you how to use mineral spirits because it can be a paint remover, but I didn't want to use that harsh chemicals this particular dining room table. So I want to show you how to remove scratches from wood furniture. Now specifically, this scratch is actually not deep. It's a surface scratch. It looks like if maybe something that was white kind of scratch. There's no indentation in the wood. And all I'm going to do is, I have my 150 grit sandpaper with my foam block, and I did sand while there was oil on my table. And the reason why I did that was just to kind of check out the shine that I got. And remember, people will do it other ways, but this is just the way that I wanted to try it out. And all I did was go back and forth. And remember that when you're sanding, you're going to sand with the grain. So you want to just keep going back and forth with the grain. I'm not indenting it. And you see now the surface is gone. If it was a scratch that was indented, I would actually fill it, and I would take glue, and I would take some of my dust and I would put it on top. You can't see it, but there you go. Now this crack here, I think this crack happened because of the dryness of the table, but I'm not sure. So I don't remember if it was here before when I took off the varnish that they had on top, or if this happened after, but I'm going to actually leave that. I did ensure that there was a lot of oil saturating here, so that if it was really dry, it's not as dry. But this part I'm going to leave. Now that you know how to mineral oil wooden furniture and also oil the wooden table, I have written a guide on different designing platforms that will help you take your creative juices out of your head and place on a digital platform. I have included a list of tutorials that will help you understand these platforms better. You can download the guide at the link in the description box. Also, are you looking for a group of creative minds like yourself? I do have my Facebook page where you are able to upload different DIY and craft projects. You can check out the link in the description box. Check out any of my previous videos on paper mache, fashion, and sewing, and check out my upcoming videos where I will be going through our home and just kind of zhuzhing up some of the areas that need a little bit of work. If you like this video, hit the like button, be sure to subscribe, and share the video with your friends and your family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you next week.